All right, it's 7 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember Henry and a second by Councilmember Mock. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, community comment for anything that's not on the agenda. Deputy Sandberg, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
I just have a quick 2019 overview of all the calls for specifically the city of Carver from the sheriff's office.
Great.
So calls are split into 4 categories. Group A, which are your assault, burglary, forgery, drugs, fraud, theft, kind of big ticket calls. Group B, disorderly conduct, DUI, trespassing, and then all other criminal offenses. Non-criminal, these are our social service intakes, building alarms, assist to the city for water shutoffs, assist to other cities to check addresses, fires, medicals, suspicious activities, and random questions. And then finally, traffic. That includes stops and accidents. Across the entire county, in 2019, we had 26,457 calls. 1,381 were in Carver. 96 of those were Group A, with the most common being theft. I believe Fleet Farm contributes to that
What
quite
was
a
that
bit.
percentage again?
It's not a percent, it's 96
Oh.
of all of the
96,
1,300
okay.
calls. Yeah.
So, just doing the math, about 8-9% of Fleet Farm was thefts. And I suppose they got every one of them, didn't they?
Well,
Not quite.
not all of
No.
those 96 are thefts from Fleet Farm.
Correct. That's just, I would guess, a big contributor.
Right.
So that's not all thefts from,
Just Fleet
people's
Farm
cars.
calls, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those aren't just all residents. It's businesses too.
Okay.
26 for Group B, with the most common being disorderly conduct. 714 were non-criminal. So the most common was suspicious activities, when people call and say, hey, there's a car parked outside of my house. We get quite a bit of those. Next comes alarms, and finally medicals. And then we had 544 traffic-related calls. There are a few different ways that we can split up the calls to see kind of what's happening in the city. Another way is by day of the week. Traffic peaks Wednesday and Friday. I don't know why, and least common is Sunday, and I would guess because Carver doesn't have any contracted cars on Sunday, so any traffic that is being run or accidents are being responded to by our 3-atom general patrol car, which covers the south part of the county. For Group A offenses, again, Wednesday and Friday. I don't know the correlation. B is Monday through Wednesday, and I would guess these are kind of the non-urgent calls, so people wait until after the weekend to report things. It's pretty common. And then those non-criminal calls are steady Monday through Friday. There's no peaks. Almost last is hour of the day. The miscellaneous non-criminal, the alarms, building checks, questions, those are kind of steady throughout the day, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. People just have questions all the time, with a peak from noon to 2. Maybe people call on their lunch break is kind of what I was guessing. Group A from 12 to 4 p.m. Group B is even throughout the day, and traffic, I'm sure you can guess, is heavy, 7 to 10 a.m. and 5 to 8 p.m. Last, we had 73 arrests. Most common was assaults, DUIs, disorderly conduct, and drug-related offenses. Oh, sorry, I have one more. I did a quick comparison to 2018. In 2018, the total offenses were 1,400 on the dot. So we are down about 20 calls over the year.
Nice.
Group A went up from 93 to 96. Group B went down from 29 to 25. Those miscellaneous non-criminal went down from 757 to 715. And traffic went up from 521 to 544. That's all.
Good. Any questions, comments?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's great getting an update and a recap for our services from last year.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And we're excited to have you for another year. So.
Me too.
Good. Good. All right. Let's see. Any other community comment? None. No presentations and reports, no public hearings. We have the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second to the motion?
We have a motion by Councilmember Henry and a second by Councilmember Sayer. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Right. No unfinished business. For new business, we have the organization resolution 101-20. Mr. Mayor?
Good evening, Council, Mayor and Council. This is a standard resolution that the Council passes at the beginning of each year. It lists out the liaison positions for the commissions, but also the city's official newspaper that we use for publication, city attorney, provides electronic fund transfer authority to the city manager, and then also lists the city's official depositories, which are Northland Securities, PMA Financial Network Securities Incorporated, which is the 4M fund, as well as Klein Bank. So happy to answer any questions. This is something that the council discussed at your last regular meeting. If you have any additional questions or changes, feel free to do so.
Comments? Questions? Discussion? I like that we kind of hashed this out at our last meeting, and now this is mostly set for next year.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 101-20 organization.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Mock and a second by Councilmember Henry. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Communications. Lori.
Don't have any update this early in the month, but later this month we'll have our planning commission meeting, and I know that there's on the website, city's website, communication about openings. So for
Yes.
anyone that's watching online, really encourage those that have been active to stay active, but also if there's opportunities for new individuals, because it's the time of year to let us know.
Yeah. And those applications are due Friday? Correct? Okay. So yes, everything Lori said. Since our last meeting, there were 3 things that were kind of all really fun things. On December 18th, the general manager of Fleet Farm, Teresa Kleinschmidt, hosted a Shop with a Hero event where there were 5 Carver County deputies, including Deputy Sandberg, and then 4 folks from the fire department, and everybody took a kid and went shopping in Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm very generously donated $50 to every kid so they could go shopping for their families, for themselves, however they wanted. So that was a super, super fun event and a really cool way to see Fleet Farm giving back to their kids in our community. Deputy Sandberg did a ton of work on that. She was the liaison with the principals at Carver Elementary and East Union to help determine which kids would get to go to Shop with a Hero. So thank you for your help. That was a super fun event. And then Carver Ridge had an open house, a sip and see on December 19th. So it was cool to go in there and kind of see what it looks like in there. They're going to have more of those coming up. They're supposed to have their first residents move in February. So that'll be exciting to welcome those folks to our community. And then on December 20th, I was interviewed by Greg Anderson for the Living in Carver County podcast. So, I know you're a big podcast listener. I know. So that was just kind of a neat opportunity to kind of showcase our city a little bit more for that. So,
Nice. Is that everything?
Yep.
Saturday, January 25th, the Carver Lions are hosting our annual, if I spit that out, our annual fundraiser down at Riverside Park. It's our Soggy Bottom snow golf tournament. We have 2 recipients that we chose this year. Mary Elizabeth is a longtime resident here in downtown Carver, and she is suffering from some medical setbacks, which is what this fundraiser is all about. And then we also have Kennedy Haas. She is the daughter of cousin to, so long way around. Scott Haas is on our fire department. His cousin's daughter was in a serious boating accident this summer. They are members out at East Union Lutheran Church, and they are obviously from the area. They don't necessarily live in Carver proper at this point, but they have family ties here for sure. So both of those folks are certainly in our thoughts, and we hope that you'll be able to come out and either donate online at Eventbrite. If you go to eventbrite.com, there you can just type in Soggy Bottom, and the event will come out. You can buy a ticket, you can donate. It is rain, snow, sleet, shine. So we're not offering refunds because we're a fundraising, volunteer organization. So any donation is appreciated. So again, Saturday, January 25th, down at Riverside Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come out and help these families in need. That's what we do. That's all I have.
What clubs should they bring?
I would suggest if you are going to play, I would bring a hockey stick. That actually works the best. But you can bring your golf club. I don't know.
Tennis rackets work pretty good too.
Do they? Okay. I'm sorry. There'll also be food and beverages there for purchase. So, and a nice big bonfire. So don't worry about getting cold or hungry or thirsty.
And you can go down there without tickets and just buy food and beverages. That's what
Yep.
I've done the past couple of years.
Yep. Yeah. You don't. There's no requirement to play. We will take your donated funds any way you like to
Right.
provide them.
All right. Planning Commission meeting later this month, and looking forward to the Soggy Bottom. It's always fun event. I got nothing else.
All right. Brent, nothing? All right. With nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Henry. Second by Councilmember Sayer. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.